the spring, especially now that you've gotten so much experience, what sort of is your focus on a daily basis? What are the things you are really concentrating on and the things you want to improve over the course of the spring?
I feel like there's always places to get better at. Like, even if you think you're good enough, you're never good enough, because I feel like whenever you're in college, like, you're still preparing, like, for the goals to go to the NFL or whatever. Like, I don't feel like you become an NFL kicker whenever you get there in college. So working towards that goal every day to try to get better, whether it's mindset, technique, any of that, I feel like it's really important to always try to improve little by little every day to help the team too.
Hey, I wonder if you remember what you're feeling the first time you walked on the field to try a field goal for Georgia, and what the butterflies were like that first time. It's kind of, you can talk about the journey to where you are right now. Kind of compare that to kind of where you are right now when you go to the line and say to kick a 50-yard field goal game on the line.
Yeah, I feel like whenever my first time, I felt like I was young and I was a little nervous. I didn't really understand the full moment yet. I didn't grow up in a place where like there was a bunch of people watching, so that was my first like big experience. But I feel like once I fixed like my mindset, I stopped getting nervous about it, and I feel like it's really helped me to improve throughout my career.
How did you fix your mindset? How did you go about doing that?
Did a lot of work with the sports psychologist, kind of like becoming more confident within myself and my ability to do it. Because I know whenever I go out there, I can always make it, but mindset was kind of getting in the way a little bit. But after that, I feel like I really worked on it, and I feel like it's helped improve me overall.
Peyton, how does the staff kind of create pressure scenarios for you guys in practice, specifically spring practice right now?
I feel like they always do create a lot of pressure, whether it's like the whole team watching or whatever. Coach Smart kind of putting pressure on me. I feel like it's important to have that type of pressure in certain moments. I feel like the scrimmages kind of adds a game-like feel to us. So I feel like it's very important to have those, and I feel like that's probably where the most pressure comes, is in those scrimmages, performing in front of everybody.
Yeah, now having a new holder for this season, who have you been working with? And as a kicker, is there any kind of adjustment with that? What kind of goes into kicking with a different holder than you're used to?
It's kind of a feel thing. We've been working some of the quarterbacks, some of the punters into the mix, kind of. So it's kind of like feeling who you're comfortable with. And once you find that one that you feel most comfortable with, really locking in with that person and getting a lot of reps with them too.
When you talk about wanting to become an NFL kicker, I guess at the college level, get your game there, what does that mean in terms of what do you need to do to show the next level that you're that caliber?
I feel like it's a lot of mindset stuff as well, because I feel like most of kicking is about your mindset. Most of the guys, there's a lot of guys who have the leg for it or the accuracy, but it's like who's going to do that in a game. And I think really improving that is what sets you apart from other kickers, because it's all about the game, really. So I feel like what your mentality during the game is what separates you and gets you to that next level.
Yeah, Peyton, I feel like position players have a veteran player that they watch, or a player in the NFL that they watch a lot. Do kickers have that as well? Do you have somebody that, modeled your game after? It's weird, you're a kicker. It's just different.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of, you kind of watch like all the big guys and like the guys who were successful for a very long time. I feel like the most part about them is everybody has their own technique and kind of thing, so it's hard to resemble because everybody has a different body. So I feel like a lot of the stuff is more mindset whenever they say stuff. Like Justin Tucker has great interviews about it, and there's a lot of kickers with that. So I feel like kind of learning from them and some of their mistakes that they've made and they've fixed throughout their years is really important to becoming better and looking up to them for that part.
And going back to when you were a freshman, you kind of had a little bit of a rough start, but Coach Smart talked about sticking with you and his confidence, especially looking back now. How big of a confidence booster was that to have that from Coach Smart and the trust that you would get everything cleaned up?
It meant a lot to me. I feel like it's one of the reasons that I came here was because I knew that I would be able to grow and become a better player, and I think it took me having those struggles to kind of reassess my mindset and my technique and all that to become a better kicker. And I think it's helped me in the long run. Him having that confidence in me and becoming more better, like mentally.
Any more for Peyton? One more.
Are you doing most of the kickoffs for Georgia? And if so, what are you working on?
Yeah, last year I did all of the kickoffs. Probably be doing them again this year, hopefully. I feel like working on consistency of getting it where I want it to be directionally and getting it long enough, because it's always better if you have a touchback. So working on that, but also having the hang as well with it, I feel like it's important. So I feel like just trying to get better overall with it.
Okay, Peyton, thank you.
Thanks.